Hey, what's up? Welcome back to The Journey. And if you're new, we are collecting the entire Star Wars Kenner line from 1977 to 1985. And yes, we started from scratch. So if you need to go back and do some binge watching, go back and catch up. I'll be right here waiting for you. Trust me, I will. Well, as a kid growing up, I grew up in the late 70s and early 80s. So what kid didn't have a dream of walking through a Toys R Us back then with a cart, maybe 8 or 9 carts, and just filling it with their favorite toy line, whatever that was. But for me, it was always Star Wars. I finally get that chance to fulfill a childhood dream and complete something that I've always wanted to do, and that's to complete my collection of the Kenner line. And I have the privilege of documenting that journey for you. But really, it's evolving into more than that. And really, it's evolved in a way that's really surprised me. You know, when I began this, I really thought I was gonna be going on a solo journey of me going to websites, going to toy shops, maybe some conventions here and there, and hopefully traveling like I've done so far to find those toys, to find those figures, to find those things that I need. But I thought it was gonna be a very solo and alone process. What I never expected was to enter into a community of honestly the best freaking people I have ever met in my entire life. In discovering the community aspect of collecting, that was the best surprise for me. And really, whenever you enter a group, whenever you enter a fraternity or sorority, you get out of it what you put into it. And for me, in doing these shows for you, I've tried my hardest and my best to make these shows better and more entertaining each and every show. And that's because of you guys motivating me to give you guys great content to look at. And I have to thank you guys for that, because you guys are making me evolve into something that's more fun, more entertaining, more educational. And that's what brings me back into this seat week after week, is trying to do the best freaking content that I possibly can. And it's involved in me not just showing you guys what I get, but teaching you guys or showing you guys what I learned. And in part, with being a part of this community now with you guys are teaching me a lot of things. And before, I thought it was gonna be a one-way conversation with just me talking to a camera, but really, it's become a super cool two-way conversation. And the best part about it is that I'm not doing this journey alone. And for me, it started on the Facebook groups, going to groups like the Imperial Commissary, the Smuggler's Den, Echo, the Vintage Alliance, Bespin Prime. So many other cool groups, not just with collectors like buying and selling and throwing up pics of their collections, but people forming a true community around collecting. And it's something that's a huge part of their lives. And then when people from these groups found out what I was doing, they were interested. And I wasn't just some newbie coming in and asking a bunch of dumb questions and writing the words follow on every single post. I genuinely wanted to learn, and I genuinely wanted to follow what everybody was doing. And the cool thing is that people reached out to me to make sure I wasn't getting overcharged, to make sure they answered every question that I had. Whether it was on a figure, a variant, a pew-pew, partly because I was interested in their story, how they collect, why they collect, what they collect. And there are a lot of people on there who have so much knowledge that it's mind-boggling. And some of these people reached out to me because, they also have YouTube channels and podcasts. One of the first ones to reach out is a show called The Holo Chronicles. And they invited me to come hang out, talk about my story. And Josh and Andy are the ones who run that. Some amazing guys, and you guys got to check out The Holo Chronicles, and that link is down there. And another group that reached out to me was called 5 Idiots Talking Toys. But do not let that name fool you. These guys are some of the best Jedi Knight collectors that I've ever met. And plus, they've been friends for a long time, all of them. That's why when I went on their show, it was like I was like one of them. I was just hanging out, talking toys, laughing. It was just a good time. And I didn't feel like a newbie at all. It was like they really welcomed me. So a link to 5 Idiots Talking Toys is also down there in the description. And they also run the Orange Droid Vintage Toys, and that's where I initially met them. So I'd like to proudly say that I'm now an admin over at Orange Droid Vintage Toys. And the goal for me being an admin over there is to start producing some great educational content around collecting. So that's one aspect that this show is going to evolve. Not just me completing this run, but for me really getting in touch with some amazing collectors learning from them, bringing them on a show, and providing some amazing educational collecting content for you guys. And another group that I'm proud to call my friends, I do a podcast every weekend called the Peg Warmers. And these group of guys are some of the most amazing guys, and I'm really proud to call them my friends now. I talk to all of them almost on a daily basis. And it's myself, it's Mark of Blue Harvest Vintage Toys, John at the Super Awesome Geek Show, Dino at Geek Strong, and Chris at the 1000th Ghost. I have all of their links down there in that description as well. They're collecting gurus, and they're just the best group of guys to hang out and talk toys with. And in really this short period of time, I've made some of the best friends that I think I'm gonna have for the rest of my life. It's really been a boost for my mental health and my mental clarity, because most of us have day jobs, most of us have stress in our lives, and it's great just to go to that place that brings you joy after work, going into your man cave or going into your woman cave and just focusing on something that brings you joy and focusing on a group of people that are like-minded and that you just want to hang out and talk about toys with. It's been the best surprise of this entire run. More important than all that plastic back there, honestly. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still cool what's inside that case. And all of you guys watching, the community that watches this channel, you guys have been the coolest mofos of all. And when you guys comment, I will answer every comment. I will engage with you all. You guys have been hitting me up on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. And I love not only having your guys' reactions to whatever I post on my show, but seeing your collections, being a part of your lives and your collections. That's been a cool part too. So thank you for being a part of this community and growing what I think is a pretty cool community on this channel. And now, there are 3 stories I want to share. And yes, all of them revolve around collecting, because this is a collecting show, right? You didn't think I was just gonna go and be talking and not collect anything, huh? You're watching a collecting show. I'm the Padawan collector. Let's collect some things. So the first story I'm gonna tell you, I've told you before, you know about it. You guys know that I lost a bid on eBay. I was trying to get a last 17 Luke Skywalker coin, and I lost that bid. If you guys haven't checked that out, go check that out and come back here. Well, a viewer named Lance saw that episode and decided to sell me the coin, not at the bidding price that I lost it at, but at the bidding price that it started at. So here is the unboxing for that coin. There's a lot of extras in here. That's awesome. I did not know this was gonna come with it. Thank you, Lance. Check this out. I've never seen this before. That is awesome. Oh my, that's awesome. I love that. This is rad. We'll go over the coin in a little while because I saw some extra things in here that I did not know that he was gonna send. Check out these. That's beautiful art. That's beautiful art. And here's another one. Does Lobot stand for lobotomy? Because he did get a lobotomy, I thought. These are really great extra pieces. Oh my God. Look at this. Look how great that is. It's unpunched. Somebody took the bubble off really careful. And people do collect these. My God, Lance, this is beautiful, bro. It really makes me smile during this collection run. And what I actually bought is the coin. And there it is. Jedi Knight and member of Endor Assault Group. On a speeder bike, he fearlessly pursued Imperial biker scouts. It's in great shape. The one that I was actually bidding for was not in this good of shape. The one that I was bidding for had a lot of scuffs in it. It looked like it was kept in somebody's coin bank along with pennies and things like that. I mean, and you saw all the extras that we got from Lance. That is also something that is part of this community, is that like when I bought my Jabba playset from Eric, all the extras that people around the community just send you, it just brings a smile to my face. And you're not just buying from a store. You're buying from another collector who wants to really help you out and who wants to really bring you joy. So Lance, brother, Thank you so much, and I enjoy every single one of those things that you gave me. Another supporter of the channel is Jack in the Box, and he knew that I couldn't go out and buy any modern figures right now. So what did he do? He sent me this Ahsoka Tano. That is my favorite modern character. So thank you, Jack, and really thank you for being a supporter of the channel and a friend who I can just ask a million questions to. So everybody, please go check out his channel. A link to his channel is down there in that description also. Now, I mentioned before that I was on a show called The Holo Chronicles. And when I was on there, a viewer reached out and said, hey man, I want to help out. How can I help out? And he gave Josh and Andy his email. So I contacted him, and his name is Gary. And in his email, he said, hey man, I want to send you 3 figures. Of course, I thought that was too kind. I thought that was overly kind, man. And he's a patron to so many channels here on YouTube that Gary is just a staple in supporting a lot of YouTube channels who do collecting shows. So Gary sent me these figures. This is probably the nicest bubble wrap I've ever seen. It's like I want to lay on this as a mattress. That's how comfortable this feels. It feels like a blow-up mattress. Wow, it's packaged really nice. Really nicely packaged. Look at all this. Protection from here, protection right here, and then a third layer of protection for the figures. This is a person who is a fan of collecting and who knows how to send things in the mail. Gary, this is amazing packaging. So let's open this first one right here. It's a really special opening for me. Check how awesome that figure looks. It's a Lando in his skiff guard. Really nice figure. Thank you so much, Gary. This is so cool. And the next one, this is probably one of the best looking Star Wars figures ever. What a good looking figure. Wow, Gary sent us some amazing figures. I know this is a lot of people's favorite figures, and I can really see why. Because you have this right here where you can take off her helmet, which is cool in itself. But just the way the character is molded and designed, it's a really nicely designed character from Kenner. Can't say good looking enough because it is. It's just so good looking. And the third one, oh wow. He sent us some great figures, all from the Return of the Jedi, which is nice because we really haven't been collecting from the Return of the Jedi, which is nice because we needed all 3 figures right here for the Return of the Jedi. This is one of my favorite looking Ewoks. I know I've said that my favorite is Warrock, but just look how original this guy looks. It's like he ate his Wheaties, because look how tall he is. If you put Wicket, if you put Warrock, if you put even the next tallest one, I think is Tebow. This guy this is the kid who had a growth spurt in like 4th grade and just became 6'2", while everyone else was still 3.5 feet. This is the guy right here that you want on your basketball team if you're an Ewok. Look how long his torso is. He is just the medicine man that eats his Wheaties. And look how good of a figure this is. It's nice, it's shiny, the limbs are super tight. Gary, you sent me some amazing figures, brother. Wow, look at this. And look how many accessories he comes with. Like, not just accessories, but cool accessories. It's like all you need to do is put the dead heads of a man up there. Let's look at all 3 of these guys side by side. God, look how great these figures look. I just want to say thank you to Gary, and that really moved me. And to say thank you to you, Gary, I'm gonna buy 3 toys at Target, at Walmart, some modern Star Wars toys, and I'm gonna donate those 3 toys to Toys to Tots, because you paid it forward to me, and I'm gonna pay it forward to Toys for Tots, and I'm gonna do it in your name. So just to say thank you, and just to keep that positive momentum going, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. So thank you so much, Gary. That really moved me, and thank you for being a supporter of the show. And if any of you would like to donate to Toys for Tots, please do so. Their website is in the description as well. So thank you so much, Gary. So now let's do 4 things. Let's mark off the Power of the Force coin for Luke in his battle poncho. And even though we don't have the Luke, we have the beautiful coin, which we got from my buddy Lance. So here it is in our beautiful display case from Collector Displays. And we also got a great looking low gray, and we will mark that off as gifted from Gary and place in our case. And we can mark off the Lando in the Skip Disguise outfit and mark as gifted from Gary, and also place this great looking figure inside the case. And finally, we can mark off one of my favorite looking figures, the Leia in her Boosh outfit, and mark her off as gifted from our friend Gary, and place her in our collector displays case. And a link to the website for the case is in that description as well. So today, I just wanted to take some time and reach out to the community who's been a big part of my journey. Like I said, it's been one of the best surprises and gifts of this entire run, and really it's something that I'm gonna treasure for the rest of my life. And also, one more shout out to my peg warmer brothers. We do a live stream every Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern, so be sure to check that out. We all take turns hosting on our channels, so be sure to sub to each and every one of the peg warmers channels. Okay, so one more big surprise. On episode 26, I'm gonna be doing a full tutorial showing you how to make your own spreadsheet using free software. So I know that all of you have a Google account, and we're gonna be using Google Slides. So on episode 26, I'm gonna walk you through step by step on how to use Google Slides to form your own collecting sheet. It doesn't matter what line you collect. Star Wars, Transformers, G.I. Joe, baseball cards, coins, stamps, it does not matter. You can use this spreadsheet to form your own collections. And again, I am gonna take you through step by step on how to build your own. I mean, it's gonna be a longer episode, but it's just gonna be like me hanging out with you, talking toys, and organizing our collections. So I'm gonna pre-record it, but I will be there in the chat to chat with all of you, answer questions, and just hang out with you guys. And this is a community. So I feel that by me helping you guys form your own collections, get focused, stay on budget, I think it's encouraging that we as a group take care of each other and help each other out. And this is my small way of trying to help you guys out. So there's a few things that you're gonna need before this episode. One, a Google account. You're watching me on YouTube, you already have that. Two, I want you to form an idea of a collection that you want in your mind, whether it's Masters of the Universe, Star Wars. So let's just say you're collecting the first 12. I want you to grab reference photos of every figure and bring that to this tutorial. If you want to collect the full 96, then get reference photos of all 96, and please number them and name them after the character. It's gonna be a lot easy, and you'll see why when you see the episode. And for that episode, we're gonna be doing the full 96. And the cool thing is that after that episode, I'm gonna release all the links so you can download it in a Keynote, in a PowerPoint, as a PDF. But if you make your own on Google Sheets, when we do the tutorial, you'll have it right there and then. And you can watch episode 26 as a reference guide on how to build your spreadsheet whenever you want. So that's episode 26. And again, I'm gonna release all the working files. It'll be available as a downloadable link in the description of that episode. So that's episode 26. But the main point is for you guys to make your own spreadsheets, not just for a collection that you wanna build from scratch, but even collections that you already own, just to organize those. So if you found this video enjoyable, please hit that like button, and please subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you can follow the journey. And as always, thank you, and I will see you guys next time. If you're new to the channel, check out the welcome video, or just check out the next episode. And please subscribe if you want to follow the journey. And remember, there is no shame in being a Padawan.